have the rose, you see those little green leaves, right? So those leaves represent, you're gonna be baking, which is so much fun. And then of course, that nice tight little bud of a rose. And so this is you. And we know that that bud will bloom, it will blossom as will you in your journey to it. So we've already spritzed this for you. What did we spritz it with? Thinking of love or
Thinking of love.
Thinking of love, which is Mary fragrance, is what I'm smelling. Okay. And so that is the smell of sweet success for you in your business. And so keep that just as a reminder of the journey that you were on. And then we have your Mary Kay pin, which is so much fun. So I'm going to put this on right now, and I'll give you this card. And so this pin, who's wearing their pin today? Almost everybody. If I saw you on the street and you didn't have a pin, I would leave you now. I would know you were a consultant, and I would keep looking. No, just kidding. But wear your pin and wear it proud, because this is an awesome networking opportunity for you, just out and about, because people are going to see you. Did it go up here? And they're going to stop you. If you were wearing like a little thicker, you could like turn it upside down and it wouldn't fall, because as women, we're kind of fixers. And so if you saw someone's pin and it was like upside down, you probably, just like you tuck someone's tag back into their, you would be like, oh, your pin, let me fix that for you, right? And that's an opportunity for you to just engage with that person and say, thank you so much. Do you have a beauty consultant who's similar to or whatever. So this is a really, really great opportunity. We've been told that you sell an additional like $1,200 a year just by wearing your pin. Proud and be excited, and don't be a consultant in college either. I was. Okay. So welcome and congratulations. Can we just give her like a round of applause? And you're live, yes. Okay. Can someone take a photo before you go away? My phone's right here. Yeah, put us right in the center. I'm gonna like clean the lens a bit. What's going on?
Take me from here, but I'm kind of far.
Sorry, that's okay. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Ready?
Photos galore.
1, 2, 3.
Did it go?
It did.
Okay. Congratulations. Yeah, that's helpful. I think that was really good. We are recording, so front row, watch what you say, okay? All right, now what I would love to do is celebrate, and we're just going to focus on last week, okay? Well, we're going to give it a quick second actually to celebrate last month, okay? So we did mention in our Facebook post, and if you're not already part of the studio page, make sure that we get you added to that so that you see those announcements. Because last month was just a little different with our schedule with boot camp and the guest events that we did, we missed some potential recognition and some celebration of you, and so we just asked that you came today with some of your personal wins. And so we would love for you to be able to just share a victory that you had. Maybe you booked more parties than you have before. Maybe you got more no's than you ever had before and you conquered it with some rejection therapy. Or maybe you sold, like you had your biggest week ever. Or maybe you added a new team member, you promoted yourself in some way. Whatever that is, we want to give you an opportunity to celebrate yourself. And I think that, this is a great growing opportunity too. Sometimes to be able to say, you know what, I did really good and I'm gonna just tell people about it. That's what you get to do in Mary Kay. And so we'd love to be able to celebrate you if you had any of those personal wins. And so did anyone just want to share? Last month, Lynn, thank you.
One of the things I love about my Mary Kay life is my husband and I were on a trip for about 2.5 weeks. And I had a great week, the week that we were leaving, which was kind of the beginning of the month. And orders kept coming in, and I kept one way or another being able to take care of my customers. And had another nice week for the week that I came back. And so even though I wasn't here locally, I'm working because I've worked it before.
I love that. And so would you mind just sharing us like your total reorders from last month? Because it sounds like these were all reorders that came in.
I had some appointments, but certainly while I was gone, they were reorders. As far as my what's that?
Just your total retail sales.
My total retail. I don't have.
Just an estimate. I know you like to be exact, and we love that too. $4, $400,
$1,900.
$1,900. Oh, that. Let's clap for that. That is so incredible. And you said something that we talk about a lot, but work while you can so that your business will continue to work for you when you can't, or when you choose to have vacation, which is really cool. So you got paid while you slept and vacations, which is really cool. I love it. Thank you. What other victories and wins did we have last month? September to remember. Yeah, Lori.
I added a team member.
Yay! That is so exciting. Very cool. So how does that make you feel to know that you blessed someone's life with this opportunity?
Good. And I want to do it more.
Thank you. What else? Big and small.
I earned my bracelet.
Woo! You earned your bracelet! Awesome! That's a victory. We love it. What else? Stephanie.
Chatted a lot and I got okay about when I was chatting.
Hey! I love that. What else? What else? Big, small, fun.
I medaled.
Can you explain what that means?
So medaling is considered an accolade in Mary Kay, and there's 3 medals that you can get, and it's based off of adding people. Whether or not they get active, it doesn't matter. It's just based off of adding them. And so you get a bronze medal when you add 3, a silver when you add 4, and a gold medal when you add 5. And when you get your first gold medal, your name goes in a magazine. And so a silver medal.
So 4 new team members last month. That's exciting. I love it. Okay, so we are going to recognize activity from last week. So as of last Monday when you left these doors and you walked in today, we want to celebrate your bookings, your activity, because we know that bookings are the lifeline of your business, new business at least, right? So if you had like you picked up the phone or you like sent a text message and someone said yes and you had a date, if you got a booking, like stand up really quickly where you are. I'm glad for you. I love it. Now if you had 5 bookings between last Monday and today, I want you to come on up here. 5 more bookings. Come on up. Here we go. So 5 bookings. We know that not all of our bookings hold. And so if you're looking to run like a part-time Mary Kay business, about 2 to 3 consistent bookings a week is going to bring in some great activity for you and consistency. And so 5 bookings means most likely 2, 3, or even just 1 of those bookings would possibly hold. But hopefully it would be about that half ratio, right? So we're going to do a quick little shuffle forward and back. So if you had 6 bookings, cha-cha forward. Okay, all right, awesome. So you met the mark. 5 bookings this last week. Now, how did that make you feel?
Pretty good. Everybody I called booked.
Wow.
So
Awesome.
I feel a little more confident.
That's awesome. Doesn't it make you more excited to pick up the phone because you're anticipating the yes?
Yeah, I haven't warm chatted. I still.
But you got the bookings, which is great. So congratulations as well.
Yes.
And then Tiffany, tell us your total bookings. 8 new bookings. And what this tells me is that you were looking ahead to not just finish a month strong, but you finished a month with vision into the next month. And your activity in the beginning of your month, your activity and your success at the end of the month. And so being mindful of what's coming next is so key. So I love that you were intentional, that you set yourself up for a strong first week or 2 in October by getting those bookings the last week of September. So congratulations to you, our queen of booking. And we have a crown. I'm gonna do this one because it has like a, what? You
I wore my crown here.
your crown here. Yes, I love it. Okay, so, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Now I'm going to take a photo of both of you, our court booking. And so how many bookings do you need to get recognized up front? 5. Awesome. Okay, Miss Tiffany will be at you as the queen. All right, congratulations, ladies. Okay, so we're gonna see a lot more of you up here next week, right? Because you only need 5 days to come out. All right. So now we are going to celebrate our Healthy Selfie activity. And so we launched our Healthy Selfie campaign. We're tracking our healthy selfies as well. And so this is the actual number of faces that you have seen. Your personal facials, or you sample product on somebody's body. That for you as a healthy selfie, okay? And so if you had 5 or more facials this last week, we want you to pop one up. That would be individual people, okay? So if you had one party of 5 people, that counts as 5. So number of women that you facialed this last week, 5 or more, stand up. All right. Oh, okay, women, come on up. Come on. Oh my gosh, the race for the crown. Okay, so for our newer consultants, we do get to wear crowns and be princesses and Mary Kay, which is really fun. All right, should we, I should like maybe do fancy things, so I'll just keep it with the cha-cha, okay? So, cha-cha forward if you saw 6 or more faces. Take a quick photo of you. We know that you saw 5 faces exactly, both of you together. Here we go. Our healthy selfie court. Miss Alexis, tell everybody how many faces you saw. 8. 8 faces. Awesome. Okay. And here we are. Yes, come with positive expectancy that you're gonna wear the crown every week because you know your activity supported it, right? So 8 faces, how many appointments was that? 2. 2 appointments.
One
So-
was 6 and another one was 2.
So a double facial and then a party of 6, which is awesome. Very cool. We're not gonna ask you any other totals right now because we're gonna anticipate you'll be up here for other things. So you get to have your photo with our healthy selfie. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, so we're gonna pop you over to the black wall so we have a nice fresh background. And yes, our healthy selfie queen. Congratulations! So for most of you, we are going to get some markers so that you can actually track your faces here. We want you to write the name of the one that you facialed and the state of per person. So if you don't remember exact, just do like an estimate, okay? We'll get that.
We do that now?
Yep, we're gonna do that right now. So make sure that you are tracking that because one, that's gonna help you strengthen just the relationship that you have with people that you are facialing because they're more than just a face, right? They're more than just that. You're impacting women's lives, you're making them feel special that day. And so we are so excited to track our selfie. I forget. Yellow. Yellow, right? I think so.
I'm white. I feel like royal.
I think so. So, awesome. All right, and then Miss Hope is going to come on up and recognize our next court. Awesome. Okay, so first, this is live. See that? First, we're going to recognize our court of sales. But first, if you opened your store at all this week, you sold a mascara, you sold. Don't listen to me. You sold one of the eye applicators, whatever. I want you to just stand where you are. Wow! Oh my gosh! Yay! That's awesome. All right, now if you sold 300 or more in retail, I want you to come on up. Okay? That's right. That's right. All right. Woo! Yes, let's talk about that. That's amazing. All right, so we're gonna do a shuffle. You sold 350 or more in retail. I want you to shuffle forward. 350. Sorry. Sweet. All right, Miss. How many did you? It was like right at. That's awesome. Congratulations. There was 4 of them. I'm sorry. Quick picture. Smile. Yay! Okay, 400 or more, shuffle back. Woo! Miss Vanessa, what was your total?
$3.94.
Okay, $3.98. Okay, never, awesome, congratulations, you're good, yay! And then number 3. What were your total sales and what was your activity like?
454, and I had a single facial, and I did a facial peel sale.
Awesome. Can you explain just like really quick, what was your facial peel sale? What did that look like?
I just asked, I told her I was really excited about the facial, and I loved it, and then I asked if they wanted detail on it by text or call. A lot of people said text.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people didn't respond after I just sent them a picture of I use a facial peel user a couple times yesterday, and then I just sent that, and then we just sent them like a little detailed text message of what it does and how it works. So.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. Okay, gotcha. All right, so the reason we celebrate 300 or more in our court, 300 or more retail, is because when you're selling consistently 300 or more retail a week, that keeps you on target for your star. A star is just another form of recognition in Mary Kay. This is the last quarter's prizes, but every 3 months in a quarter, and all the quarters, like the dates and everything, that's all on InTouch. Which is really awesome, so you can look that up. But every 3 months, you get to pick from a prize catalog based off of how much you sell. And the first level of star is the Sapphire, which is 1,800, and then it goes up from there. And so you can check all that out. But that is why we recognize that for consistency, okay? All right, so the next thing I want to talk about are your bracelets. Everybody show me your bling. My daughter took my other one, so I just have this one right now. But our Embracelet program is a year-long promotion that the company is doing for us, which I think is amazing. And every month, you can see we have a little chart up here, but every month, when you place a $600 wholesale order into the company, whether that's one time or cumulative, it's a total 6 month, your wholesale, right. As long as your order totaled 600 wholesale in a month, you're gonna earn the bracelet. And every month there's a different bracelet with a different Mary Kay Ash quote on it. And her signature is actually inside as well, which is really, really cool. And so I think this is just awesome because not only is this gonna give you more prizes, but it'll also keep you on target for your star, which is really awesome. So I wanna recognize all of the September Let It Be Me bracelet earners. Wow.
Woo!
That is awesome. Okay, and so you can take the Sharpie that's over there and write your name in the September block on the wall. And just write your name in September. And then of course we have October, and the quote for that is look for the silver lining. The bracelet is really gorgeous. So who will be earning their October bracelet? That's right! And if you're new and you don't know what we're talking about, you're gonna earn it. That's awesome. Okay. So if you earn your September bracelet, go ahead and write it up now. I know it's only the 3rd, but if you've earned your October bracelet, you can go write your name on the October block. Has anyone earned their October bracelet yet? But just right down the corner, right? Okay, awesome. Great. What's next, Sherry? Okay. I'm so excited about the bracelets. So cute. Yes. Okay, so next we're going to celebrate our Court of Sharing. Our Court of Sharing is when we are sharing the business opportunity with other women, which is what Mary Kay asked us to do, is to share it with other women. So if you had a formal sharing appointment, coffee chat, interview, whatever you call it, with your director or just you one-on-one this week, I want you to stand up, get recognized. That's right. Woo-hoo. Yay! Yay! Awesome. I'm just up here and everybody's like, what are you doing? If you added any new team members this past week, I want you to come on up to the front. Awesome! All right. How should we do this? If you added 2 or more team members, shuffle forward.
Only 2, yeah. They should say 2 or more.
Yeah, 2 or more, right? Yeah. Yes. Congratulations to all of you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Can I say something?
Yes.
She is in her red jacket.
Oh, 2 team members. Oh, there you go. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, congratulations. That's a big deal. It is. How long have you been in your business?
Just say
That's awesome. That's great. So do you have a goal for this month that you're shooting for with your team building?
It's tough because I have my exam to take and yeah, I have a goal. And
What is your goal?
make more, so. But yeah, I don't know the strategy. I'm still learning, how to talk to people.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Red jacket.
Do you want to explain what that means to our?
Oh, yes, okay. So red jacket is when you have 3 active team members on your team. It's basically stepping into a leadership position in the company, and that's where you start. You still earn commission as a senior consultant, but your commission is bumped up, and you get to earn bonuses when your team members come in qualified, which means their first order into the company is $600 or more, and you get a $50 bonus on each one of those team members, which is really cool. Yes. Did we get the picture of the court?
I did. Can we just share a couple quick things?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Anna come up for a quick second after to highlight something for Stephanie, but Miss Martha is officially on target for her red jacket. She has 2 active team members. And she also has her first qualified team member for the seminar year. Congratulations, we're gonna see you in your red jacket in a hot second before retreat, we know is the goal. And then Anna, I just would love for you to share a little bit of like pro on Miss Stephanie. She had an awesome month.
Stephanie, and I just love how we are looking at like the different positions that you can get in Mary Kay, going from senior consultant to red jacket. And then Stephanie is her DIQ, a director in qualifications. So she is in the process of becoming a director herself, along with her unit of consultants. And this last month, just Stephanie worked really hard with all of her team members, and there were some team members in her unit that were inactive, doing nothing, and Stephanie just called them and was like, hey, let's go do facial, let's get out and let's go work. And she has a couple of consultants that just got out of being inactive and start working their businesses, and they're being very successful in impacting their families, and that's the impact that Stephanie is bringing into lives. And then on Friday, she set a goal. She's like, I am only $450 away from my goal this month. I was like, okay, just go make it happen. And she was just finishing up, and she had that facial that she mentioned where she sold $350 or so. And then she went and sold the peels until she reached her goal, and she got to her $450 that she needed. So it's just a matter of making the goal and making the decision and making it happen. And if we just say, I contacted everybody, I told everybody about it, I just don't have anybody else. Just look at her experience and just look at, if I have a goal, I'll just go for it, just be sold out on it. And I am just so proud of you, and I can't wait to celebrate you as a results.
Sorry.
Oh,
that's so sweet. Your sash. Okay. Here you go. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to give
have a question?
Oh, sure.
People took all my book. I don't know how you can book, how it works to book the appointment. Because the people who buy the product, they already use it. But what about somebody that they don't know and you just want to introduce yourself? When they give them the book, we don't know their name.
We'll chat afterwards. We have lots of strategies for you.
Okay, all right.
I got it. You got it? Okay, awesome. Okay, and I just want to hit back on the double credit again, because this is huge, you guys. I mean, consultants can get the court of sales your first diamond ring with Mary Kay, and it maxes out at 2,000 wholesale production this month. So make it a goal to max that out because it will double, okay? And so we talked about what the word sales were, right? All right, that was awesome. But anyways, I just wanted to hit that, and especially the part of sharing. I think a lot of people think that's just so unattainable and so hard to do, and it's really not when you're working from a place of joy and you are sharing your passion with somebody else. It's gonna come like that, and that's exactly what happened to me. Is so many people like, you're just so happy, and I was like, okay. And it just happens. And I've had like a much, not that I wasn't, but you know what I mean. Like I didn't realize it was oozing off of me. And so just find your joy, find your win, even if it's. I talked to my cousin who said Mary Kay was stupid. Yay, that's your win, and you just keep going from there. So I just want to encourage you guys to do that. How about that? What about it?
And they sign their names.
They did. They came with their sign their names. Bracelet, we're good. All right. Congratulations, you guys.
All right, so doesn't it feel like Christmas?
Yes.
Yes? No? I know, it's not that cold, we still have the AC on. We wanted to just look at months of our business and of our life and our business is going to look like. And then we just wanted to paint the bigger picture for you and what it's going to look like. And I don't know if you are every year thinking of Christmas with a knot on your stomach and thinking, oh my gosh, and how am I going to pay for the meal? And how am I going to pay for gifts? And how am I going to get what my kids want? And you might be in a situation where you get your kids absolutely everything they want. Then December 26th rolls around and you look at your bank statement and your credit card is maxed out because you got your kids everything they wanted, or you just didn't because you weren't able to, because you don't even qualify for a credit card. Or maybe you are the parent who, or you have family, or you have your parents or somebody, and you wanted to really get them what they wanted, but you couldn't. And you just settled and got whatever else you were able to. Or maybe you do really good on your job, and this is just your part-time gig, and you're having a little fun, or somebody else in your family makes a little money, and you were able to do it. So I don't know where you stand right now, but whatever you are, we really hope to be able to walk you through, just paint a vision of what your Christmas is going to look like and what you were expecting. Everywhere you go, you see Christmas already, and we are barely the beginning of July. Yeah. October. This is what I was gonna say. I left on vacation July 6th or 7th. I came back around the 15th, and Hobby Lobby went from 4th of July to Christmas. And I was like, okay, this is exciting. I love it. But it's like, they don't let me enjoy my seasons of life when I go to Hobby Lobby. It just feels like they're pushing me to the next thing. It is, and that's just the way society thinks nowadays. And it is okay. We are planning for what's next. But we want you to plan with joy, whatever that's going to look like. So I want you to do me a favor. I want you to like not pay attention to your phone right now. Put your pencils down. And I want you to close your eyes. I'm not going to do anything, okay? I'm just going to stand right here. And I want you to start picturing your perfect Christmas that you had when you were little. Rachel posted, what was like your favorite great gift you ever received during Christmas? What was your perfect Christmas? What was your favorite Christmas? The one that you remember the most? What did it look like? Who was there? Were you playing music? Did you have your favorite dessert? I'm not sure if as kids we care about what else they serve, right? Because we have this. What else? What else was happening? Were you playing with your cousins, with your brothers and sisters? Was it just you and your mom, you and your parents? Did you stay home? Did you travel? Now fast forward to 2016. What will this Christmas look like? Where will you be? Are you staying home? Are you traveling? Do you have people coming over? Are you going to somebody else's home? Who is going to be there? Imagine the food. Tastes amazing. You gain like 10 pounds. But it's awesome, and you eat it. What sounds will you hear? Are you gonna hear family talking, having awesome conversations, kids laughing? What gifts are you gonna get? What gifts are you gonna give? Are you gonna get what they want, or are you gonna get what you can afford? So now that you soak it all in, I want you to open your eyes and look around very quick. People are smiling, and I love it. Doesn't it feel good to dream? Yes. And sometimes our memory from when we were kids to looking up to our next Christmas is very different, because now we are in charge, right? And sometimes we don't know how we're gonna make it happen, and sometimes we just don't know, and sometimes we are very excited. So what I want to do is I want to help you get that one Christmas that you were picturing, that perfect Christmas, when it comes down to your finances. Money won't buy you happiness, and I know money won't buy you the perfect Christmas when it comes down to who you spend it with. However, if you have money, you can travel wherever you want, no matter who that special person is. If you don't have to worry about your boss telling you you cannot use more time to go see your family, right? That brings happiness. When you are able to call that person that you absolutely love and say, I know you're not able to afford your flight, but I already booked it. You're coming and spending Christmas with me. Imagine that. It just gives me goosebumps to just think about it. Or your kids having asking for that one gift the whole year, and you're thinking, I'll save for Christmas, I'll save for Christmas. Now, Christmas comes around and the money does not come around. Right? Because things happen and we get expenses and we are saving. And then our car breaks down. And then we get in a car accident. And then we get sick. And then we have to spend that money. I want to start by just creating that dream. And I want you to just take 2 minutes and write down a few sentences of what that perfect Christmas looks like for you, for your family, for your kids, for everybody. What would it look like? Do you want to be debt free? Do you want to be able to buy all the gifts you want without putting it in the credit card? Do you want to be able to travel somewhere or bring somebody to you? And be able to bless another family who is not able to be as blessed as you are. I remember a couple of years ago, I got so inspired by a national sales director, and I can't remember, you guys probably remember who that was, but what they did, because they do so good, they paid for a family to have the perfect Christmas. They rented a hotel room, they got gifts for everybody, they got a perfect dinner for them, because they could. Wouldn't that be amazing to just call someone that you know that cannot have a perfect Christmas and just do something for them? So what is it? Maybe all you want for Christmas is a $120 pair of boots. I mean, I don't know. Everybody's perspective is different. So I want to read something very quick. Let me see, right here. So these are like some quick descriptions of the perfect Christmas. This person says, oops. You can write in if you're still writing your like a very quick perfect description of your perfect Christmas. Lots of family, snow. Only 2 things you need. Right? Okay. My perfect Christmas, I love this one, and it doesn't say the age, and I wish it did, because I just think this one was cute. Okay, my perfect Christmas would be if I woke up on Christmas morning and I went into the living room and there were a lot of presents under the tree. Of the present. Then I play with whatever. Then I go to my family's house to open more presents and then still spend time with my family. I usually do this, but there isn't like a billion presents under the tree because people are rich these days. Anyway, for a perfect ending on Christmas, eating a big Christmas dinner with the candlelight dinner. I like romantic things. Anyway, that would be my perfect Christmas. This might be you. This might be somebody you know, and you would love to give them the perfect Christmas with like a billion gifts, right? And then this person, I haven't spent Christmas with my family in 6 years. This year, I get to see my little sister for the first time since then. My older sister lives on the East Coast. But I'm going to go visit my new twin nieces and my little brother. Okay, and then I wake up. Okay, ready? My perfect Christmas would be if I wake up and discover I won $300 million in the lottery.
That's all you need.
Okay, my son and the love of my life having Christmas with me in our big house together. So what I wanted to see is no matter how funny, how serious, how anything, funny. Like this person who said, I haven't seen my family in 6 years, she's gonna be able to fly. The person who wanted a billion gifts, right? The person who wanted $300 million. So it does. And if we are able, and this year you do have a choice. And you wanted to just start thinking of that and thinking how you can make it happen in your business. So we are going to give you some awesome tools to start looking at that. And I'm not kidding you, we're gonna have Christmas here for the next few weeks. Through all of those steps. We don't wanna just tell you and say, here are all the tools, go make it happen. We are gonna do it with you. So, and I'm not sure, Janelle, if you're gonna do this exactly, but what, your goal? Yeah. Is that good? Okay. So what I wanted to do is just on top, right below, think very quick, in order to have that perfect Christmas, what amount of money would you need to make? $10,000 to go on an amazing vacation, $5,000. $300 would make a really good Christmas. Okay. And then one thing that's gonna keep you going is not just knowing your goal, but visualizing it every single day. If you write down your goal right now, you're writing it down on a piece of paper, you're probably gonna close your notebook and forget about it. And I'm sure your goal is pretty cool. Your dream is really awesome. So we're gonna put it on a mission statement, and I'm gonna walk you through it very quick. And I want you to do something with this mission statement, either rip the page and have it by your nightstand and read it every single morning, or type it out, or do something with it. But first I want you to think, what is it that we do? What do we do as Mary Kay consultants? We do facials and sell product, yay. But remember, we have a much bigger mission in our business. What is that? Bless women's lives, exactly. Bless our family's life because we are bringing home a little more money, or because maybe, like for me, I spend more time with my kids. And to me, that's a blessing. What do we do other than selling product? What do we do? Write it down. So every day, and you can start it this way, every day I will bless women's lives by how? How are you going to do it? By giving them a free facial, showing their own skin, telling them about this amazing business and what it can do for them and their families. So those two things. Now, every morning, you don't get out of bed because you were like, oh my gosh, I need to get up. I don't like sleeping. I don't think I've met a person who says, I don't like to sleep. I'm gonna get out of bed and I'm going to just like, okay? For most people, just in general, it's hard to get out of bed in the morning. I mean, whether you are very disciplined and you get up at 5 in the morning, or you are not and you get up at 10 in the morning, I mean, it doesn't matter. We all struggle even to open our eyes in the morning, okay? So who do we do it for? Do you do it for you and that pair of boots that you saw at Dillard's last weekend? Do you do it for your family? Do you do it for your kids? Who do you do it for? Why do you wake up every single morning to go to work your business? Some of you don't even like your job. Not your Mary Kay business, but your job. Some of you have full-time jobs, and some of you don't even like it. But you get up in the morning and you go show up at that work, at your job. Why? Why are you doing it? There's a reason. And that goes really tied into your Mary Kay business and why you do it and why you don't quit. So I want you to write it down. I work my business, or I continue with my business, or I wake up every morning because I want to continue having the flexibility that I have to spend time with my kids, to go to field trips when they go to field trips, to go be with family when I need to go be with family. To make money because I don't ever want my kids to worry about my shoes don't fit me anymore. I remember growing up, my parents really struggled and my mom would really cut like the tip of my shoes, and now they're fancy. But that's what she would do, so we could grow into the shoes and we could continue wearing them. I want my kids to struggle that way or to see that. Or, so those are the reasons why I do it, because I want to have choices. If they want to take piano lessons, they can. If they want to try something different, they can have the choice, because I want my kids to have the choice of going to any school I want to take them to. Whatever that is for you, because I want my kids to grow up, see the experiences, and not learning everything in the classroom. Why do you do it? And write it down. Put it down. And the last thing is, when I do this, and when I reach this goal, this is a value it's going to bring to my family. When I reach my $5,000, we're going to be able to travel and go see on the other side of the world. Or I'm going to be able to take 5 days off to spend time with family. What value is it going to bring? And I'm not all about spoiling kids, but you know what? Sometimes it just feels good to give them what they want. And it is good, it feels good to go get whatever dress and pair of shoes you want for Christmas. So what value is it going to bring for you, for your family, for your bank account? So whatever that is yours. Okay, now we have a very good dream, right? But we can dream and dream and dream, but if we don't plan, it's not gonna last. Just like the quote I posted last night. So we want to help you plan. So this dream lasts until Christmas when we start a new dream. For summer break. Yeah. Okay. Or whatever that is. So, and the exact same thing we are doing right now, that's what I want you to start picturing and just thinking that this is what you want to do in life. We're going to show you how, because every single goal you have, you're going to be able to achieve it the way we're going to show you today. Sounds good? Yes? Are you excited to hear what Gina has to say? Yes?
Yes.
We have some awesome things to show.
Yes. All right.
Okay. So, I love everything you just said. So, mine is a little practical to help you have a plan and carry out what your dream is. So, the first one is an easy handout so that whatever goal you had in mind,
Includes like what you need to be bringing home every month to pay for rent, or whatever. And then in addition, your Christmas savings goals, your holiday goals as well. And so this one is just a simple one for you to look at. You already wrote down your goal, and if you're the personality type that likes to be very specific and calculate everything to the tax and everything, you can totally do that when you go home. I'm that type of person, so I know there are people out there. But otherwise, just think of your goal, whatever that is, whatever you want to be bringing in for Christmas, and think about your deadline. So do you want to have that all saved before, I was going to call it Pink Friday, Black Friday, so that you can get all the deals? Or do you want to have it saved just as long as it's before Christmas, just depending on your goal? And so think about when you want that done by. And then I want you to look at the second column and see your monthly profit. So that is going to be the money that you're actually profiting, because we know when you sell, you have to order products. So it's not 100% of the money coming in. So your monthly profit of 400%, that's the number you're going to look at for what you need to save. And you can think about this per month, or you can think about it for the 3 months down is good for you. So this one is simply just a guideline. Now, something to keep in mind is this one is for 1 hour in the field with people, or one new face if you're selling $100 per face. So if you don't already know your average, you can even go back to last month and look at what all your sales were and just calculate what your average is, because that way you can have a more specific, you can actually say, okay, I actually need to see this many for me. You might sell more than $100 per face or less, and so you get to have that accurate number for you. So this one, very simple and easy, just for whatever your personal goal is.
I have a quick question.
Yes, please.
Because it's saying 60% is the amount reinvested. So are we taking some of our profit each time to reinvest?
That's a really good question. So some of that goes to tax and shipping. And then if you are wanting to build up inventory too, so I mean that number is maneuverable. Yes, Rachel.
So it's the 60-40 split, if you've ever heard that training model before. And if you have questions about that, ask us afterwards and we can give you more on that. But that is what you're looking at here, is that 50% goes to the cost of the product, 10% is your business expenses you're reserving, and then the difference is the profit, so 60-40.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, that was a great question. Thank you. Any other questions?
And this is monthly profit, right?
That's monthly. Yeah.
So
you
the
can-
faces would be month.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you were wanting to do it for the 3 months, you would just multiply it by 3. So kind of like that. Okay. So the next one, and this is if you currently, this one is you are meant to be debt free. And I am so into this. I just read a finance book. And so if you have debt, or maybe you wanted to start Mary Kay with some product on hand, so you've got a credit card bill you want to pay off before interest starts, or whatever that is, whatever your debt is, this is a good guideline. If you don't have debt, good for you. Most Americans do have debt. And so, a lot of people, they want to give their family the Christmas that they are dreaming of, giving them every single gift, and then you end up in debt, like Anna was saying. There's so much in debt, and it feels good on Christmas, and the day after, it's like, what did I do? Like, how am I going to get out of this? And so this is a
good plan for if you already have debt and you want to be either out of debt by Christmas or less in debt by Christmas. So touch on it very quickly, but if you have any questions, you can always ask as well. So I'm just going to talk about the first example just to be very quick and easy. So if you're selling $200 per week, then that means you're getting $800 in. That doesn't mean your personal profit take-home money. That means you're receiving $800 because there's 4 weeks in a month generally. So then, if you have a loan-free Mary Kay inventory or whatever that looks like, you take $100 to pay that off. I think is what it means. So you have So you have $700 left. Then you use $400 to replace your product sold because you have to, whether you started with inventory or if you're just ordering the product for them, that's the $400 to get the product. And so then you have $300 left out of all the cash that came in. Then you can give yourself $100 to have fun. That could be towards saving for Christmas. That could be towards whatever. And then $200 to pay off your other debt. So that just, it's a way of like allocating where every bit of money comes in so that you don't accidentally spend it. And so if you don't have any debt, then like your $100 loan to Mary Kay, your $200 to pay off other debt, I would say $300 a month saving for Christmas is a pretty good way to start. And so that's a good guideline. If there are any questions about that, these are things that you can also read a little bit into. The Rapid Debt Reduction Plan is a really good plan if you do find that you have a lot of student debt or just a lot of debt in general, car things, car payments, all kinds of things. This is the best way to get rid of it. So not that I'm like by any means a finance person, but this is the best way to do it. So you write down every debt and how much you owe per each debt. Hopefully this isn't too much numbers. Like I said, I just read a finance book. Then you number them 1 to 10. So the smallest is first, the largest is at the end. And this is called like a snowball method. So you start paying off the smallest one first, making the payments as large as you can. So you get that instant win when you pay it off. You're like, yeah, I can do this. And then you start making minimum payments on number 2 as you're like easing off or finishing the first payment, and then you do the snowball payments again on 2, and then you ease off onto the third payment. And so it's just a snowball. You roll, and the momentum gets you there. So if you do have a lot of debt, that is a really, really good way because you have the wins all the way through and you see progress. So consistency is key with that. So debt is something that a lot of people struggle with. So if it's something you want to get rid of, this is a really, really good way to do that. Okay. Okay, this one, you probably have all seen this unless you're brand new. This is your weekly accomplishment, weekly plan sheet. And this is just like a schedule for a week. And the reason why I have this is because if you know what your goal is and you look at the first hand that I showed you, and it shows you what you need to see in order to sell the amount that you need to profit the amount that you want to, then you'll know how many pieces you need, so how many parties you need, so how many hours you need. So this, and I want you guys to just take a few minutes to write down all your like obligations, little things that you have with your family night or church or whatever you have on for success meetings Monday night. That's not an obligation, that's a fun I'm just gonna say obligation, but that doesn't sound like a good word. So take a quick minute and just kind of write down the things that you know you have to do, whether you work. I mean, obviously those are things that are going to be in there. So write it all down, everything that comes to mind, and just take a couple of minutes. You may not be perfectly perfect. And then once you have that done, look at the free time you have and say, okay, this is going to be my family time, the time that you choose. And then you want to make sure that the hours you're putting in here line up with the number of hours you're supposed to see for your profit you want. So, an example. So for like the first one, if you want to have $160 in monthly profit, then you want to see 4 faces in a month. So that just means generally one party, unless you're doing 2 double facials, 1 to 2 parties. And so that's going to be 2 to 4 hours of actually going to work, doing a facial, and then maybe an hour a week or an hour a month, I guess, for booking that appointment. It will look like 5 hours. So you just want to make sure, if you're looking at it in a week, which is a good way,
okay, then make sure you have your 5 hours. So I would assume that most of you, probably your goal is more than just 160 a month. And so we kind of put that into hourly, weekly. Okay. Does that make sense? Go ahead and do that. Just a couple more minutes to that. And then I'm gonna start handing out the next one for those of you who are done already. Okay, so all of these things you can do much more in depth and specifically for your schedule, your time, your goals at home. But I kind of want to just get you started, and then you can really explore this. So this one is your goal sheet, and this one is really fun. And this is one that you get to hang up on your wall in your office or wherever you do your booking calls, and you keep your goal in front of you and your progress in front of you. And so right here where it says goal, you write down what your goal is. By Christmas, you want to have saved this much money. So write that goal right there. And then what you'll do is you'll put markers, like what half of that would be, and then a quarter, and then you just put those markers there so you can track your progress. So when you see the wins, when you see you're making progress, it feels good, and you know you're on the right track. So I love this. Yeah. It's very cute, so it makes you want to look at it. And I use like pretty highlighters for goals like this because I'm like, this is getting prettier and prettier. So, any questions about that at all? No? Okay. So, I am going to have Monica come up here in just a minute to kind of close this because I think planning is awesome. Because if we don't have a plan, if we have no direction, we don't know where we're going or why and how much we need to be doing. But just like she was saying, if you have a plan and you don't know why you're doing it, the plan doesn't matter. You probably won't work the plan. And so the why is the main thing. So together, that's kind of how your goal comes to be. So Anna is going to come up and just share some lasting thoughts with you. And this is helpful for you to start tracking.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. Isn't it glad we can have all the tools, right? There's excuses. Okay, so I want to read some funny things, okay? Just because I think laughter, just love to laugh. But anyway, okay, this is what I was telling you. Like, these are the kinds of posts I've been finding, and this is all I want for Christmas is you, scratch, money. Okay, so you're like, really? Yes, it is sad, but, and I was actually reading an article from the Psychology Journal, the American Psychology Journal, and they had a list of things, different things the Americans worry about during the holidays. And a lot of them revolve around money, and one of them was money, how are they gonna make it happen? The other one was money, how are they gonna get to see their loved ones? The other one was they have a full-time job, plus they have to take care of all of these other things, and they just have that one day off to celebrate Christmas, but they can't take any more time off because they can't afford it. So everything just revolved around that, and it was just so interesting. Okay, and then this one, on that, oh, you sing it. You know how to sing. Yeah, sing it. I want to show you. On that shirt.
It's not really you sing it, you say, I'm gonna keep it in honor of Blitzen. And on your MasterCard and your Visa.
Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, and then this one, and I can't find it. I think I lost it. I thought this one was fun. Okay, I can't find it. Hope I lost it. The very last one, remember? Yeah, say it.
So it was, the naughty and nice list for Santa. It said, I've been good this year. Checkbox one. Next one was, well, maybe a little. Okay, not at all. I'll just buy my own gifts.
So if that's you better work in American business. Okay. All right, guys. So we want to do one last announcement. If you were a STAR consultant for the last quarter, so up to September 15th, okay, or a red jacket up to September 30th, okay, we are going to have the STAR/red jacket party, okay? Okay, and we have something planned, something really fun planned. At least we think it's really fun, and I think we're gonna really enjoy it. It's gonna be Saturday, October 15th at 6 p.m. I know most of us work our businesses on the weekend, so we're gonna make sure that we have like pretty much the day planned to do facials and go work our business, and then 6 p.m. rolls around, we can meet there. Okay, ready to hear what it is? You want to go back to when you were little, yeah, and have fun, and you used to laugh a lot, yes? Okay. So we are gonna go to the Mesilla Valley Maze. And we're just gonna do all of the activities kids do. We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna get to be little girls again. So just talk to each one of your directors, and we'll tell you exactly what is covered. And for adoptees that are planning on joining us, just talk to either Rachel or myself. But I just think it's gonna be something really, really fun, things that we love doing with the kids, but then they don't let you because you have to go through it with them, right? Okay, for my son's birthday party this last year, we had, actually Lori was doing the face painting, and we painted our faces. It was just like so much fun to just go back to that and enjoy it. So that is what we are doing. We need your RSVP so we know how many of you are planning on being there. And those of you who are having FOMO are like, man, I wish I would have been a surface open. Okay, there's another STAR quarter, okay? And there is another month for you to go and get into your red jacket. Are you guys excited? Woo. Yes? Okay, awesome. Guys, have an amazing, amazing week. And we want to see everybody up here being celebrated. And if you have any questions, feel free to post on the Facebook page or ask one of us. Who has facials tonight? Awesome. Perfect. All right.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all of you. Okay, do you want to tell them what we're doing the next couple of weeks? Just